Oh, Disney, what are we gonna do with you? You lost almost $900 in movies just last year. No one is at your parks, and Bud Light has lost like 400 billion or something so insane on their boycott, yet you decide to pull a Bud Light? Welcome back to Words of Paradise. I'm your host, Leon Idol, and yes, Disney's pulling a Bud Light, and they're going to hire a gender fluid influencer to sell their women's clothes, so let's look at this article from Outkick. Hey, this is a bad idea. So this is coming from Outkick. Disney teams up with gender fluid man to sell clothes meant for little girls. And yeah, we're gonna get to some of the photos and whatnot. Like, look at this right here. This is who they're talking about. Disney appears intent on following Bud Light's path after a truly bizarre marketing decision involving a gender fluid influencer. The Walt Disney Co. teamed up with a gender fluid influencer, Sean Altman, because that's such a gender fluid name, right? Sean, y'all know so many women out there named Sean. Like, at least use like Charlie. Like, that's a gender fluid name. I've met female Charlies before, but yeah, Sean, real gender fluid name. I know so many women named Sean. A biological male to market clothing meant for young girls, according to Fox News. Altman posted a video on his TikTok claiming, "Minnie is me," while modeling an outfit for the female character that you'd expect to see on a young child visiting Disney, not an adult man. "I look just like Minnie Mouse," Altman said in the TikTok promo for Disney Style. You can watch the ad, which was originally shared in July, below. Let's watch this ad, shall we?
Let's get dressed. Today we're looking at the most iconic.
Alright, I'm gonna be 100% real. Just looking. Oh man, I can't. Oh well, that's fine. I know a girl that looks very, very similar to this, except, you know, attractive. Trust me, the more muscular, manly jawline doesn't just pull it off. But alright.
Friend group. Disney's Mickey and Friends. And the character most like me is Minnie Mouse. And I have the most perfect dress to start.
The character's most like you is Minnie Mouse. Yeah, 'cause she plays second fiddle to Mickey. You know, the man, the one that everyone wants to see. So yeah, I can see you playing second fiddle to somebody who's actually, you know, the popular, famous one and also a male.
The look. It even has little Mickeys on it. And I love how bold of a red it is. It's just like Minnie. I'm thinking of layering a fun...
He doesn't even look like a female. Like, yeah, he's modeling female clothes. I've seen, like, 80s hair metal bands, like Dee Snider and Twisted Sister, look more feminine than this dude right here. He's not doing anything aside from rocking the same sort of haircut as someone like, you know, CC DeVille. What is so, like, gender fluid about this? Like, okay, so you got some sort of, like, feminine makeup and whatnot, and you don't have the most masculine body. This is so bizarre.
Fun collar, like this one, just to give it a little more flair. But now I feel like the dress needs more shape, so let's add this white petticoat under it. It's so fun to move in, and I love how it peeks out at the bottom. And to add even more shape, this belt should do the trick. Now,
He's also a complete
for hair, I'm thinking of doing space
sort of videos and whatnot. Let's use Dylan Mulvaney as an example. Dylan Mulvaney is arguably the most annoying creature on the face of the earth, but at least I can kind of understand that Dylan Mulvaney's got charisma. It's like mind-bogglingly ear-bleeding annoying charisma, but it's still there. This dude sounds dull as trans dishwasher.
buns. So let's pull out my hair donuts, and just like that, it kind of looks like I have mini ears. And Minnie wears gloves, so I need gloves. I'm also gonna add this watch with Minnie and all her friends on it. It's so cute. But
Sorry
now
that
it'll
keeps
be as
pausing like that on you guys. TikTok is awful when viewing on a desktop, and your boy's not going to sign into TikTok because I don't have a TikTok on account. I'm a good American.
bold as Minnie. I need a bold red lip. It's a classic, and it's so pretty. Now let's add some black tights and pull out the iconic yellow pump. I'm just like Minnie Mouse, but wait.
Oh my goodness, wouldn't it just be so amazing while twisting on that he fell and was no longer able to be, you know, the spokesperson for this Disney clothing line due to something, you know, not so good happening during the fall. I joke, I kid. I don't want to actually wish harm on this individual. I just wish he'd get a real life.
Wait, something's missing. I know. How could I forget? A giant red bow, the biggest fashion statement. And now the look is complete. I literally look like Minnie Mouse.
The look is not complete because you still look like a dude. Like, what are you trying to do? Like if I showed this to a little girl, you know, 7, 8, 9 years old, they would still know this is a guy. So what are you trying to pull off here? How is the look complete? Like, if the look was complete, you'd at least look like a female. I've seen plenty of transgender females that are males, you know, to female, whatever, that actually look like chicks, but you ain't even doing that.
And I fit in perfectly with Mickey and his friends. The bow, with the dress, and the shoes really sealed the deal. Now I'm fashionable, bold, and fun, just like Minnie Mouse. Let's get dressed. Today,
Yeah, let's keep going through this article. That was cancer. The Walt Disney Co. is definitely not a stranger to controversy. The company's been at war with Ron DeSantis' administration for a long time. The Florida governor stripped Disney of self-governing powers due to the company becoming highly political, and instead of pushing back from the table and rethinking the situation, the popular entertainment company appears fine with going woke. And let's be honest, it's because they're one of the companies out there that have the money to do it. Now, if they keep losing money with box office bomb after box office bomb after people not showing up to their, local theme parks, because apparently they're still doing very well outside the US, but locally, they are being crushed. I mean, Disney World tickets are down to like $60 a person in a recession like this. That is unheard of. So, but for the time being, Disney got the deepest pockets of almost any other company out there besides something like, I don't know, Walmart or McDonald's. They can afford to go broke, or to get woke before they end up going broke, unlike some of these other companies we've seen pulling it back. But they are just they are determined to be the next Bud Light. Did nobody at Disney watch what happened with Bud Light? The Anheuser-Busch beer brand went woke, and the damage has been incredible. And frankly, Disney's far woker than Bud Light. They've been far woker for a far long period of time. Now, you guys know I don't really I don't like the term woke. I think it's like overused. It doesn't really have a whole lot of meaning nowadays because everyone uses it for everything when the left calls you a Nazi or a racist. But that really is the only word usable here. I mean, this is the definition of wokeness, and Disney's been doing it for ages, and we have seen the lack of, returning investment. We've seen them losing money because of it, but I think at this point, it's a pride thing. They know that so many people are against them, that Ron DeSantis, that practically the entire state of Florida is against them, the media is against, everybody is against Disney. When I say the media, of course, I mean, right-wing media like Fox News and whatnot are against Disney, so they're just going to dig in their Minnie Mouse heels and fight back till the last dollar is drained from the House of Mouse's pockets because they just can't afford to be wrong. We've seen what they've done with Star Wars for the last decade, but they can't course correct because then that would be admitting the people that used to pay for their products, used to pay for Disney Plus, used to pay to go to the parks, pay to go to the movies to see their shitty films would be correct. And the thought of them being in the wrong, even if it means making money, that is more insufferable to them than actually losing the money to fight this losing battle. Billions have been lost in market cap. Bud Light sales have been destroyed, and the situation shows no sign of getting better. We are like 6 months or something into this Bud Light boycott. I mean, it's not even a boycott anymore at this point. People are done. There's no recovering, and Disney wants to go that route. I feel like they believe, oh, this can't happen to us. We're Disney. Bruh, it's happening. It's just happening at a far slower rate because people, have kids, and it's very easy to put kids in front of something Disney-oriented to keep them quiet, whereas, kids can't drink, so you didn't have that sort of cushion when it came to Bud Light and when it came to beer. But that time is coming. When you see things like Spider-Verse coming out or other children's-oriented movies like Mario Bros. That are killing it at the box office and Disney is dwindling, how do you not see the writing on the wall? Man, the moment Mario Bros. 2 comes out, the moment Sonic 3, the moment a Legend of Zelda film from Illumination gets announced, Disney gotta be worrying even more. But oh yeah, I'm sure that Snow White and the 7 woke dwarves are gonna save you. That's what people want to see. They're just begging for Snow Dark here. It's making no sense. And the only thing I can come to is that Disney knows they just don't care. Their pride is getting in the way. Disney watched that and apparently thought it was a good decision. How else do you explain teaming up with a man to market clothes meant for young girls? There's something deeply disturbing about an adult man wearing clothes meant to be marketed towards young children. Deeply disturbing. I mean, exactly. Like I said, when you go back and you watch some old 80s hair metal videos, those aren't disturbing to watch because it's for show and those aren't really being marketed to young children. Like, I'm not saying young children can't exactly listen to Motley Crue or whatever, but it was clearly there to be flashy and in your face and be distinct and sell. And it worked because at the time that was out of the ordinary, but they weren't making political statements with it. It was just eye-catching. This isn't the same thing, and so yeah, it is a lot more disturbing when you look at things from the angle of they're wanting to project these messages onto children. It's so easy to draw the line and say, hey, we don't want kids involved in this, but do whatever else you want. No one would really, okay, maybe some people would say stuff, but the vast majority of us would just kick back and be like, yeah, whatever, adults do what you want to do, but this is being targeted at kids. Yeah, that's disturbing. Who at Disney thought this was a good idea? It's a company that's supposed to be focused on entertaining families with movies and shows and giving park visitors a great time. But the House of Mouseschwitz ain't worried about doing that. Like, I went to Disney World last last summer, a year ago, for the most part, I did have a pretty good time. But there was part of me that was dying inside being there, knowing what Disney is now compared to when I was like 13 years old. Its movies are failing, visiting the park is becoming wildly expensive, and Disney's now decided to team up with a man to sell clothes to children. Who is making these decisions? How could anyone watch what happened to Bud Light and ever go down this path? We'll wait to see how this plays out, but going woke is a really bad idea. It's about as woke as it gets, just incredibly foolish and stupid. And it's not just Bud Light. No one's heard anything about Target for a while, but yeah, Target's still kind of in hot water as well. One of their investors is suing them over the Pride Month propaganda because they lost $14 billion. One of your biggest investors are suing you because they knew that this was a bad idea and you did it anyway. That's a problem. But not only that, we got right here, Disney is making the same mistake as Bud Light with new woke partnership. Former Anheuser-Busch exec warns. So someone that used to work for Anheuser-Busch, you know, the Bud Light folk that are seeing this in real time are saying, yeah, this is a problem. They are making the same mistake as Bud Light, and I think they've been making the same mistake as Bud Light for over a year now.
Former Anheuser-Busch executive Anson Frericks.
Sorry about that. I hope that audio didn't cut too terribly much. But basically, yeah, you have a former Bud Light or Anheuser-Busch in general, you know, executive saying that this is a big mistake. Former Anheuser-Busch executive Anson Frericks said the move is a big mistake and it rivals Bud Light's decision to partner with transgender influencer Dylan Mulvaney. Also, let's be real here. This, what was the individual's name? I don't even remember. It was so unmemorable. I remember that awful demonic face, but I don't remember the name. Altman, yeah, Sean Altman. Sean Altman ain't no, Dylan Mulvaney. I mean, I'm sure that he's probably getting views and whatnot, but he ain't, a Dylan Mulvaney in terms of raking in the views. Let's see if there's anything else of interest here. Walt Disney Co. and TikTok influencer Sean Altman, a biological male who identifies as gender fluid, having joined forces to market girls' attire on social media and latest move showing Disney's solidarity with the LGBTQ+ community. And here's the dealio. You can show solidarity without going down this weird rabbit hole that alienates 50%, if not more, than your customer base, the families that want to support Disney because it used to be family-oriented. You don't have to go this far to show solidarity with 0.7% of the population. Like, this is insane. Like I said earlier, I don't know if it's a sense of pride, I don't know if it's a sense of they truly believe that they're correct, that they're on the right side of history. It's just pure arrogance, but for whatever reason, Disney refuses to back down and acknowledge, yeah, us losing money, it is because of our political and social messaging. When people don't care about that, people didn't go see Lightyear because they wanted to be preached to. They want to see good family quality content. That is what Disney has been since the inception of Disney. I mean, Walt is rolling in his grave right now, and no, not because he was some anti-Semitic white dude who hated the gays. Nah, because look at what's happening to his company. I mean, at one point, and this still may be the case, Disney World was considering taking the words Walt off the beginning. It's no longer Walt Disney World. They want to make it just Disney World. You want to eradicate the name of the man that made the company, that gave the world Mickey Mouse. Mickey's going to be coming into the public domain soon. Well, at least Steamboat Willie is. And just imagine the field day people are going to have being able to use Mickey Mouse in a public domain fashion in a way that's going to just shut down all of Disney's woke stuff. It's going to be glorious. Imagine a right-wing Steamboat Willie film. That would be so goddamn funny. People are going to pay just as much to see that as something like Sound of Freedom, even if it's not necessarily for the greatest cause. But yeah, I can't fathom what execs up top, like the Bob Igers, the Kathleen Kennedys, think this is a good idea. And that's why we hear rumor after rumor, hey, Disney might be being sold on the horizon. There's a company out there offering trillions of dollars to buy Disney. I mean, Apple is in talks of doing it, and it might actually happen because Disney has not been making money. You couldn't fathom living in a world where Disney isn't making money, but here we are, and it's all because they became obsessed with politics and social messages. But those are just my opinions. Let me know yours in the comments down below, or let me know on Twitter where you can find me at BoltTheWord. And please do subscribe. I am a nerdy news channel. I cover nerdy news every day. Now 2 videos a day because, let's be honest, 2 videos is better than 1, and there's more nerdy news and more nerdy content out there for your viewing pleasure. That being said, algorithm is punishing me for it because it is not used to me putting out 2 videos, so definitely go ahead, check out both. They drop at 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, and until then, it's all here in the Nerdosphere, and this has been Words of Paradise.